I didn't know there were so many. That's like 3 a day.
Yeah.
I know that's like 5 a day in 1 month.
They should be doing more.
Wow.
Hey, they can't be sitting still, but,
No.
no, they got work to do.
All right, I got a call today before we start. I got a call today from,
We're taping.
Oh, we're taping.
oh, okay. I'll talk to you afterwards. About more patrols on 28. Because of speeders.
Okay.
I said, well, they can't be everywhere. So,
Oh, thank you.
We can certainly, thank you.
I'd like to call to order the Shandaken Town Board meeting for December 2020. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Board Member DeStefani, Board Member Steen.
Here.
Board Member Storms.
Here.
Board Member Van Blarkum.
Here.
Supervisor Stanley.
Here. Pete was injured tonight, so nothing serious, but he won't be able to attend tonight. Entertain a motion to approve previous town board meeting minutes.
I'll make that.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Before we go further, actually, Joyce, you want to talk to everybody and say, explain how this is going to work now with this resurgence of COVID? We again are not allowing for the public to attend.
Yes, well, let's start at the
meetings.
beginning. The town hall is closed to the public. Any money payments and all that, tax bills will not be accepted at our window this year, or the next tax season, I should say. If you have dog licenses, they should be mailed in. The DEC is allowing us to mail fire permits. What else? Any kind of bills need to be mailed in. If you do need to make an appointment with a specific office, you can call that office and make an appointment. Court is still open. Building department is open by appointment. They're all open by appointment, but we prefer mail if you can do it that way. Building department and court should enter to the front door by Route 28. And since the town hall is closed to the public, so are all our meetings. All our meetings will be closed to the public. They'll be telecast here on Channel 23 and uploaded to YouTube. The minutes will be on the website. What else? Also, the public hearing, we have those coming up now and then. There's one Wednesday night, and only the interested parties are invited to come in person. But we do have teleconferencing enabled so that you may call any of these meetings at the appointed time to speak to the public. You'd have to state your name and your address, of course, and you can speak on speakerphone and ask a question or whatever you need to do. So tonight we're going to do it during the resolution, public comments on resolutions, and the public comments at the end. And the phone number to call is 845-688-5004. The phone is turned off now. We'll turn it on when public comment time has come due. And that's it. So hopefully we'll get through this soon and we can all go back to normal. But as of now, we want to stay safe and we want you to stay safe. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Well, with that, we'll move on to Supervisor's financial report, December 2020. About 19. Medical insurance reimbursement, $1,454.82. Building contractual, $37.34. Ambulance fees, $5,632.84. Town clerk fees, Easy Pass Conservation, $145. Unallocated insurance, $30.90. Justice fees, $9,602. Building permit fees, $2,828. Dog licenses, $47.50. Vital statistics, $270. Gas, diesel, fuel, oil reimbursement, $9,337.53 for a total of $29,385.93. I didn't have time to draw up any comments for tonight. They're pretty straightforward, most of them. We have a resolution tonight to renew our liability insurance for the town. Last month, we had looked at the purchase of a paver. which following further investigation, the prices that we received were well within what the going rate is for a used paver, so we're looking to purchase a used paver for under $70,000. We do have to advertise for construction bids. This is for the Peck Hollow Bridge on Peck Hollow Road in Shandaken. This is through Bridge New York DOT funding grant. That would be advertised and then awarded sometime in January, with construction to begin in the spring. We have a promotion to make within the police department. We're looking to promote Officer Tom Sharon to sergeant position. We have a purchase for a new police vehicle. We're getting a used police vehicle, but it'll be new to us, and it's in good shape for Chad to utilize, and that's not to exceed $17,000. Again, this is within his budget. Ambulance department, we have 2 new EMT part-time hires that are coming in. We have a mold problem downstairs that we've been trying to resolve for a few months, and we're gonna hire the company that gave us a bid, the only company that gave us a bid, Sanistol out of Olive Bridge, to do the repair work. This is all downstairs in the offices due to mold intrusion. Hopefully we can get that started as soon as possible. We have a resolution to adopt a records retention schedule, which is required under the Department of State for records retention in the town clerk's office. And lastly, we have to set our year-end meeting, which will be Monday, December 28th, to finalize the budget and balance the budget, as well as to set up a reorganizational meeting, which will be 6 p.m. on January 4th, 2021. So if there's any comments on resolutions, we entertain them now. If you want to turn the phone line on.
Uh-huh. It's on.
I'm sure it's just going to be ringing off the hook.
Take your time, call.
Highly volatile.
Give them the number
topics
again.
tonight.
Give them the number again.
845-688-5004, if you wish to call in to make comments on any of the resolutions before us tonight.
First caller will win a free mask.
Do that? He's not going to call. I just want the mask.
Can I make a comment on the mold remediation issue? I never received that copy of the proposal. And, I have some thoughts about it.
Here's their company stats. I printed off the website, too. I need that back.
Okay, sure.
I can make a copy.
Yeah, it was for removal of the mold, removal of some of the studs, replacement
Whereabouts, Rob?
downstairs in the highway department office.
Oh, in the highway department.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it started in the filing room that's in the hallway leading into the highway office.
Uh-huh.
And it's actually gone along the entire front wall because of water.
We've had that issue for a while.
It became a bigger issue when we noticed the black mold starting to develop.
No, that's not good.
So, so basically we have water retention along the whole front wall, so we have to do something there. We have to put in
Drain or
drain
something?
tiles and stuff
Yeah.
to get the water away from the front of the building.
A
so
French
it doesn't-
drain, why don't, you can't do that?
We
Well,
can do
then,
that.
but you got the parking lot you gotta deal with too.
No, we were gonna run it into the drains that are already there in the back.
Oh, I see.
So, but that's not, the biggest part is the inside work where we have to
Right,
moisturize,
yeah.
paint the wall, the concrete in the wall so that it doesn't allow the moisture to
A
intrude
bead dry
any further.
system is what you want. Yeah.
So, I made a suggestion when I walked through with Senator Paul, that in the highway department office, you roll out part of the wall and put in an egress window. That way, all of the material that's going to be demoed can be passed out that window opening, rather than carrying it through the hallway of the office space downstairs. It's the only way to carry it is out the hall and out the door by the assessor's office.
All right,
So that was my suggestion. I don't know if that's included in here, but I think it's a smart way to go, because we can seal off the office completely.
well, they have to go along the whole front wall. From what I understood, it wasn't just that office.
Well, the first time we walked through, we found high levels of moisture in the 2 hidden outside the walls in the highway office.
Yeah,
And then we found it in the closet as well, and in the employee's bathroom.
yeah,
And we found it in the room downstairs, the coffee room, whatever
Yes.
it's called. But the second time she came with someone who seemed to know a lot more about what he was doing. And he found no evidence in the breakfast room, coffee room, whatever, downstairs. So what I was seeing is that the extent of the work would be from the employee's bathroom all the way down that corner into Kara's office space. And don't necessarily have to go all along. We tested it in the boiler room, and it was dry. The coffee room was dry, and the other bathroom downstairs was dry.
so we can approve this tonight not to exceed 11.5, and then I could talk to them about what's the amount of work.
Mhm.
Because I was under the impression with the bid that they gave, that they were doing the whole front wall.
Well, that's what, in the beginning, when she first came, she indicated that there was moisture in the breakfast room, but the second time when we tested, that was not the case. So perhaps we can retest again when they come, and we can decide to move on beyond that. Because if we have to go into the boiler room,
Yeah, believe me, I don't want to go there.
yeah, that's going to be,
It's gonna,
we're not going to be able to work in the building.
well, it's tough enough as it is with the COVID, but I can certainly inquire with them.
Yeah, okay.
With that, we'll move on. While we wait for comments and resolutions, we'll move to the committee reports. So we have ambulance. Kyle, would you mind?
November 2020 report. Total calls received, 30. Mutual aid given, 1. Mutual aid received, 0. Unless you've been hibernating due to the cold weather, you're all aware that the nation is in the midst of a second wave of coronavirus. Without speculation of the causes, it is imperative that everyone take precautionary measures during this holiday season to curtail the spread and assure that we keep our loved ones, particularly certain at-risk populations, from the perils of this terrible virus. As of 12/3, there are 1,212 active cases of COVID in Ulster County, with 5 active cases in the town of Shandaken. Total cumulative cases in the town have reached 19, with 15 individuals that have recovered, and we have thankfully had no fatalities. Total cumulative cases in the county have reached 3,818, with 101 fatalities. 2,505 cases have successfully recovered. The county has had 160,226 total tests administered, with 156,408 total negative tests. The town ambulance service has acquired more PPE thanks to Ulster County Department of Emergency Services, and will continue to take every precaution during calls to service, particularly those that involve general illness and respiratory symptoms. In the case you see some of our employees suited up while on call, wearing Tyvek suits, masks, face shields, and gloves while performing their duties, do not be alarmed. This is standard operating procedure and does not mean that whoever is receiving care is a COVID patient. Crews have been instructed to take all necessary precautions to assure their safety, as well as the patients. If there has been one piece of public safety advice that you heed throughout these reports, let this one be it. Wear a mask when in public. Practice social distancing and limit gatherings. Until such time that a vaccine is available, these are the 4 most important precautions an individual can take to help stop the spread. We have been incredibly fortunate in the town that we do not have the positive numbers other municipalities in Ulster County have accumulated. However, that can change in an instant. Please be respectful of others and take the necessary steps to assure the safety of all in this trying time in our history. Stay safe out there. Richard Mullally.
Can you talk that?
Building and zoning.
Okay, for the month of November, we had issued 20 building permits, 2 demolition permits, 2 floodplain permits, 24 building inspections, 1 certificate of occupancy, 8 certificates of compliance, and 1 stop work order, and 1 violation. And also, we had an income of $4,537.
How's that working with you with no secretary?
Well, Grace has been coming up and helping out, going through the mail and doing the municipal searches. So that's been very helpful. And, that's the biggest number of phone calls we get is municipal searches. So in terms of inspections and building permits, it's not really much out of the normal that I expect. So it's working, but it has taken me about a week or 2 to catch up. Because I had a whole, most of these building permits came in the second week of November.
Right.
And that's when Kerry left.
Well, it should slow down a bit, right, as we get into the winter, hopefully?
I would think so, yeah.
I don't know, the way things are selling.
Yeah, but they're running out of things to sell.
I know. Is she coming back?
I'm sorry.
Is she coming back, your secretary?
That's something we're gonna discuss
Oh,
in
okay.
executive session.
I just happened to run into Joe at the, her partner at the Westville Market, and he said she's dying to come back to work. So that's where it's at.
Okay. Well, you're certainly bringing in the revenue from your department, aren't you?
Thank you. Police department.
285 calls for service and 2 arrests, and Rob already spoke about the 2 resolutions on the table for tonight, and they're within my budget for the year.
Very good.
And Kevin can speak of our police commission reform. Sure.
The police commission, myself, Chad, and the other members of the police commissioners committee, I guess, we conducted interviews for the sergeant position. They were quite thorough. There was 3 applicants, and we believe we made a pretty solid decision in Tom Sharon, who has been with the department for a long time. He works for the Ulster County Sheriff's Department, also part-time with Olive, and he's a town kid. He's going to be great in the position.
And what about the Reform Commission?
Oh, sorry. Is that what we're talking about?
That's what I was
Sorry.
that was a good plug for Tom.
Yeah,
Tom.
No, yeah, the police reform committee, we've been meeting bi-weekly. I think we're moving into a weekly schedule going into the new year. We've had some very productive conversations. We're going to be putting a survey out, trying to find the best way to circulate that survey and get it out into the most hands possible. Yeah, so we're looking forward to hearing what the community has to say, and that we can keep this conversation ongoing.
Hopefully it'll be finalized on Thursday after that, our Thursday meeting, and then we'll push it out via the town website, town Facebook, and then.
And the alert system email we could do too.
Right.
Do you
And then
have a
also for
secretary?
people that don't have social media, we'll figure out a way to actually get a paper copy to them. So
Well, we can do the same as we did with the SDR committee, which was we sent hard copies here,
Right.
libraries, post offices, and then have a Google Doc
Yeah.
that they can link onto on the website.
And
Fill it out.
before you guys came up, I was talking to Joyce about it, that we're gonna put it on the public broadcast channel, and it'll have, all the information where you can find it online, or if you want a hard copy, where to get it.
Yep.
And in the email that she can send out as a town-wide email, we'll have the link to the survey. So,
Who's your secretary?
I don't know if did we elect a secretary? We're taking the minutes are being recorded on Zoom.
On Zoom, yeah, and
Well, it's
Liz Potter's the chair, and then.
Yeah, those I get copies.
With her suggestion.
They get filed, they don't get posted.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
they'll get
it's
filed.
all being.
As
As long as you keep
recorded.
track.
But it's going well.
Yes.
Phoenicia Water, no issues that I've heard of. Phoenicia Water, Pine Hill Water District. Museum, do you have any report from the museum? No? Recreation, not a lot going on there right now.
Oh, I have the director's.
Bel Air's gonna open.
Bel Air's gonna open on Wednesday.
I have the
Oh, are
museum.
they?
Yeah.
I have the museum,
That's
Rob.
the plan.
We do. Oh, we have a museum.
Put that off in case somebody does want to call. Director's report for Shandaken Museum, November 2020, had 26 visitors this month. Our film to DVD project has produced 9 DVDs so far, and we have more to do. The films are from the Cruikshank family from Oliveria in the early 1900s, as well as the Daltons of Pine Hill, previous owners of the Colonial Inn. We are open by appointment only and continue to follow New York State guidelines in these difficult times. We also are continuing our posts on Facebook to maintain a historic presence, as well as creating the desire in our readers to learn more of our history. Thank you to the 2 gentlemen from the Highway Department who have helped move 2 storage cabinets from the Town Hall to the museum. You are greatly appreciated. I'm wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, and all the, no, I'll add that, every holiday season. Kathleen Myers, Director. That's it.
Is that VCR not playing right or something?
That's a DVD thing. We didn't have VCRs
It's not
anymore.
a VCR.
We're not that antiquated. It's rewinding the tape.
Okay, thank you. Shandaken Septic, nothing to report there. Still public comments, we received no
The
comments,
phone lines are open.
so we'll move on to resolutions.
I'll put on Do Not Disturb.
You want me to start? Resolution 101-20, resolution to pay all bills. Whereas the Department of Audit and Control require town boards to sign and inspect all vouchers coming into the town for payment, to number and total amounts from each fund. Therefore, be it resolved that the town board authorize the following vouchers paid. General, $32,151.21. Highway, $158,688.65. Phoenicia Water, $4,126.32. Pine Hill Water, we have nothing there. Phoenicia Lights, $1,106.82. Chichester Lights, $320.18. Pine Hill Lights, $613.59, for a total of $196,986.77. And I move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member Steen.
Yes.
Board Member Storms.
Yes.
Board Member Van Blarkum.
Yes.
Supervisor Stanley.
Yes.
Resolution 102-20, resolution for renewal of town insurance policy. Whereas the town of Shandaken utilizes Marshall and Sterling Insurance, 103 Executive Drive, New Windsor, New York, for the town insurance. And whereas our current policy terminates on December 31st, 2020, therefore be it resolved, the town board authorized the town supervisor to contract with Marshall and Sterling Insurance for the year 2021 and move its adoption.
I'll second, okay.
Board Member Steen.
Yes.
Board Member Storms.
Yes.
Board Member Van Blarkum.
Yes.
Supervisor Stanley.
Yes. Resolution 103-20, resolution for purchase and financing of replacement highway vehicles. Whereas the town of Shandaken Highway Superintendent has identified a piece of highway equipment for replacement. Whereas the town of Shandaken received bids in a public meeting held Wednesday, November 4th, 2020. Therefore be resolved that the town of Shandaken Town Board does hereby authorize the town supervisor to approve the purchase of a 2014 used Leeboy 8515C asphalt paver for the price of $68,875 US from Stevenson Equipment Incorporated, 7201 Paxton Street, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, 17111, and move its adoption.
I'll second, okay.
Board Member Steen.
Resolution number...
No. Board Member Steen. Vote yes, no. Yea, nay.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Storms.
Yes.
Van Blarkum.
Yeah.
Supervisor Stanley.
Yes. Now you
We're all burnt out.
Sorry about
I don't know what day it is.
that. Ready?
Go.
All right, resolution number 104-20, advertised for construction of Peck Hollow Bridge. Whereas the town of Shandaken Highway Department is responsible for the maintenance and repairs to all town roads and bridges, and whereas the town highway department has been working through a Bridge New York funding grant to replace the Peck Hollow Bridge, and whereas the consultant assisting the highway department in this project has been given the approval to advertise for construction bids for this project, therefore be it resolved that the town of Shandaken Town Board is advertising for bids for the replacement of the Peck Hollow Bridge and that any specifications may be received by contacting the Eric Hoffmeister at the Shandaken Highway Department during regular business hours, and that all sealed bids are due no later than 11 a.m. on Thursday, January 14th, 2021, by the Town Clerk's Office at 7209 New York State Route 28, P.O. Box 67, Shandaken, New York, 12480. Bids will be received for completeness and awarded subsequently, and move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member Steen?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Board Member Van Blarkum?
Yes.
Supervisor Stanley?
Yes.
I assume we're having a,
5D, Kevin?
I assume we're having a meeting on that on January 14th, which was due on January, right?
Well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, when we,
Resolution 105-20, Police Department. Whereas under Section 20 of the town law, the town board shall designate all appointed officers and employees of the town. Therefore, be it resolved that the following personnel be promoted to sergeant to the Shandaken Police Department. Thomas Sharon, $110 bi-weekly, and I move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member Steen?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Board Member Van Blarkum?
Yes.
Supervisor Stanley?
Yes.
Resolution 106-20, resolution for purchase of a replacement police vehicle. Whereas the town of Shandaken Police Department has a vehicle that is beyond contractual mileage and deemed unfit for service, and whereas the town of Shandaken Police Chief has found a suitable replacement vehicle, and therefore be it resolved that the town of Shandaken Town Board approve the purchase of a police vehicle for a final price not to exceed $17,500, and move its adoption.
I'll second.
Board Member Steen?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Board Member Van Blarkum?
Yes.
Supervisor Stanley?
Yes. Resolution 107-20. Whereas under Section 20 of the town law, the town board should designate all appointed officers and employees of the town. Therefore, be it resolved that the following personnel be appointed to the Shandaken Town Ambulance at the following rates. Mine wasn't changed. It's
It's right on my sticky note.
Christian Gray, Isabella Friedman.
and Isabella Friedman at $12.80 per hour. And move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member Steen?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Board Member Van Blarkum?
Yes.
Supervisor Stanley?
Yes.
Resolution number 108-20, contract for mold removal and repairs, Town Hall. Whereas the town of Shandaken advertised for the water damage mold remediation, restoration, and reconstruction of a section of our town hall. The following bid has been received and meets all federal and state requirements for cleanup. Therefore, be it resolved, the town board approves the supervisor to enter into a contract with Sanitol, 345 Upper Sampsonville Road, Olive Bridge, New York, not to exceed $11,500, and move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member Steen?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Board Member Van Blarkum?
Yes.
Supervisor Stanley?
Yes.
Resolution 109-20, adopt NYSA Records Retention and Disposition Schedule, LGS-1. Whereas pursuant to New York Start Archives and Article 57-A of the Arts and Cultural Affairs Law, local town governments must now adopt a new retention and disposition schedule for New York local government records, LGS-1. Therefore, be it resolved that the town board of the town of Shandaken hereby adopts the retention and disposition schedule for the New York local government records, LGS-1, for use by all officers in legally disposing of valueless records listed therein. Be it further resolved, only those records will be disposed of that are described in retention and disposition schedule for the New York local government records, LGS-1, after they have met the minimum retention periods described therein. Only those records will be disposed of that do not have sufficient administrative, fiscal, legal, or historical value to merit retention beyond established legal minimum periods. And I move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member Steen?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yep.
Board Member Van Blarkum?
Yes.
Supervisor Stanley?
Yes.
Resolution 110-20, resolution establishing town board annual year-end meeting and reorganizational meeting. Whereas the town of Shandaken needs to conduct certain business before the close of the 2020 fiscal year, Therefore, be it resolved that the Town of Shandaken Town Board will conduct their annual year-end meeting at 1 p.m. on Monday, December 28th, 2020, for the purpose of conducting related business. Be it further resolved that the Town of Shandaken Town Board hereby schedules their 2021 reorganizational meeting for Monday, January 4th, 2021 at 6 p.m. and move its adoption.
Board Member Steen?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Board Member Van Blarkum?
Yes.
Supervisor Stanley?
Yes.
All right, tell them about the phone again.
So I guess I'll tell you about the phone again.
Yes, public comment.
Open public comment, 845-688-5004, if you have any comments regarding the town. Rick Volk. You just hung up.
It's working, so make sure.
You just hung up.
Well, make sure it's working.
If there's no comments, I'd like to move on to adjournment. I'd like to close the meeting in memory of Suzanne Culp, Shirley Perpetua, and all those that lost their souls during the attack on Pearl Harbor, which occurred today. Motion to adjourn.
Are we going to talk about the secretary?
Oh. Yes. We will close the meeting to go to an executive session to discuss a personnel matter, and reopen and close again. Well, I don't think there's much of a decision to come out of this meeting, just to discuss a personnel matter. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. So entertain a motion to close the regular meeting and open executive session. All in favor?
I'm testing the phone just to be sure.
Well, we don't need the phone Okay, I'd like to entertain a motion to close the executive session and reopen the regular town board meeting.
I'll make that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
No decision was made, personnel matter to be discussed amongst the board. With that, I would like to adjourn the meeting in memory of Suzanne Culp, Shirley Perpetua, and all those that lost their souls in the attack on Pearl Harbor. Entertain a motion to close.
Make that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Merry Christmas, and folks, if you haven't heard, our highway secretary, Kara, and her family have a Christmas display at their house in Boyceville. They're up for the holiday light show extravaganza competition.
Oh, really?
in Freeman. So stop by and pay a visit and vote for the month of Freeman. And of course, you know, I gotta tell you, knowing the family as well as I do, stop by, knock on the door, ask for Chuck, because Chuck loves to tell you stories about every individual decoration that's on it. Matter of fact, you know what, don't even ask Chuck, ask for Frank, because he really enjoys getting out of the house and talking to everybody about the decorations in the front door. But it really is a sight to see and ask you to go out and enjoy the holidays. And
Where
have
is
Merry
it?
Christmas and Happy
Where is
New
it?
Year. It's on Boyceville?
Left before
Road.
school, she got the big joy letters out front. It's in the old, where the.
cul-de-sac.
Really can't miss it.
Oh, you can't miss it?
No.
Oh,
Right
okay.
as you cross the border.
Okay.
Right back, just past Blue
Beautiful.
Road, going towards Boyceville in that cul-de-sac.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Across from the
Ask-
circle.
Right,
ask
right,
for
right.
Frank
Yeah.
Grant.
Yeah.
Come right to the door, he'll explain every decoration they got. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, God bless.
Signs.